Falcon fans, as always, it is your boys Chase and Phillip from Dirty Fanatics United. I'm your boy Chase. Phillip, how you doing, brother?
Gonna be doing better if we get a win tomorrow.
Sheesh, right out the gate, Phillip's already talking Falcon football. Um, Big game tomorrow in New Orleans. The Atlanta Falcons take on your New Orleans Saints. A big matchup. Depending on what happens with the NFC South, the Falcons could potentially still win the NFC South. With that being said, first round playoff uh, at Atlanta, so that is huge. This game has a lot to tendencies to do with the playoffs. Still hoping on the Panthers to lose or to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's the only way the Atlanta Falcons get in. You win and the Panthers beat the Bucks. That's the only way to make a playoff push. Phillip, how are we feeling sitting here the last week of the NFL, having to travel to New Orleans? I believe we're sitting at 7-9, something like that. 7-9. Still hoping on another team to lose, but you could possibly still make a playoff push. Phillip, how are we feeling?
Kind of anxious. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's just be real. We've had plenty of chances to be where we want. We shouldn't be in this predicament, but it is what it is. I'm still gonna ride. So I got hope. Definitely got a lot of hope coming in this weekend. But if just as not, I mean, I just still want this win more than anything. I don't want
Yeah, as far as even not making the playoffs, just beating the New Orleans Saints, being able to sweep your biggest opponent, your biggest rival throughout the whole year. You beat them this year at the Benz with a nice, outstanding win with Desmond Ritter at quarterback. Phillip, a lot of controversy still going on in the quarterback room. Not sure who's even starting tomorrow in New Orleans. Taylor Heineke's still questionable. Desmond Ritter is healthy. Real quick before we get too far into the show, we'll go ahead and give a rundown on the injury report. Drew Dahlman, our center, is out for, I believe, the third game in a row, or not in a row, but 3 games this year already. Dahlman has been out. Zach Harrison is questionable. Phillip, a guy that's been really, really nice on that D-line as far as getting sacks, getting pressure on the quarterback. Troy Anderson is back at practice, but he is still going to sit out this last game of the season. Definitely want Troy Anderson 100%. We know what kind of competitor he is. So get well, Troy. DeMarco Hellams, Phillip, almost, one of our leading tacklers. DeMarco Hellams is out with a concussion. So that's a big loss there. And Hellams, somebody's got some big shoes to fill come tomorrow. And as we already said, Taylor Heineke is questionable. He tweaked his ankle sometime in the third quarter last week. They continued to check on him on the sideline. And then sometime around the fourth quarter, he was taken out of the game. So a lot of injuries there that kind of matter for this last game. A lot of key names there that we need. Phillip, I mean, what do you think with this center situation, bro? This is, like I said, the third game this year with Drew Dahlman being out at center. He never has really been that star center that we have needed in Atlanta. Your backup came in, and your run game was still kind of decent with the backup at center. Phillip, just your thoughts on Drew Dahlman, his future in Atlanta. Is it safe? Is Drew Dahlman a guy that's going to be re-signed next year, added on to a contract? Is this your center going on forward?
I don't see why not. I mean, I know some people claim he's not doing the greatest or this and that and the other, but if we really look at it, he's been pretty solid this year, despite the missing the 3 games. But yeah, been pretty solid in my opinion. So I can see him back.
Dahlman started the year off a little shaky. He had a couple of low snaps, some false starts on the center this year as well. But, this is what Dahlman's second year as a starting center for the Atlanta Falcons. So hoping something can jive there no matter what quarterback we bring in. We know it probably won't be Ritter or Heineke at the helm next year in Atlanta. So as far as new quarterback and center, we'll see how that jives together. Real quick, heading to the chat, got a couple people in the comment section. Abnul in the chat said, rise up, brother. D. Sloan in the chat said, what's up, fellas? Much up to y'all. Let's sweep the Aints. Let's sweep the Aints, man, for real. I hope if you're in New Orleans, man, leave a chat or comment in the comment section and let us know if you're in New Orleans repping these Atlanta Falcons.
The boys at war right now.
Danny Burdenbaker on Facebook said, I'm hoping for playoffs, but with Ritter, who might be starting in Tampa playing Carolina, I just hope for a sweep. Yeah, same. We talked about it just a minute ago. We just hope we can beat the Saints twice in one season. It's been a while since we've done it.
Let's not count on them Panthers right now. Let's not count them out. They've been hot here lately.
True.
So it's
Bryce
possible.
Young is kind of finally finding that little stride in the NFL, kind of finally
Pretty
seeing what
sure.
it's like to be an NFL quarterback.
I'm pretty sure Baker's not. He might not play. I don't know.
I seen that they were going to start Kyle Trask, so I'm not sure.
That's what I seen as well. Yeah.
EQRC in the chat said that's right. We should not even be in the situation, but go Falcons.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Danny again on Facebook said, I'm hoping Bo Nix at quarterback for us. What do you think? Philip, I'll let you take the helm on this question, and then I'll fill in after you, brother.
I'm not feeling too hot on Bo Nix. I'm more feeling Michael Penix Jr. or Jaden Daniels, or here's a little. I'm not really a wild card, but I'll even take Drake May. Those are my three quarterbacks I want out of this draft if we go the quarterback route.
Just to speak on Bo Nix for example.
Bad, he's not bad.
Bo Nix isn't a bad quarterback, but for the Falcons, that's the question. Does he fit this scheme? Bo Nix is, to me, that pocket passer, gunslinger. And we do have targets that could use a gunslinging quarterback. But you know as well as I do, man, if Arthur Smith is retained and we're not going with a different coordinator, it's going to be a lot of play action. It's going to be a quarterback that can scramble, somebody that can still pass the ball. And like Philip said, you're looking at like a Michael Penix Jr., but there is some flags that come up around that name just because of the past injuries. That's a big gamble to take in the first round. My guy of choice, if you go and you get a veteran like Russell Wilson, you draft a Jaden Daniels, you trade up for him because I do believe he's slipping up the draft boards. He's not trending down. He's definitely trending up. So if you haven't already, man, check out Jaden Daniel highlights. Check him out and let us know what you think here on this live comment. Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Bonfire. If y'all that are here that doesn't already know, the new merch has dropped. So if you're looking to buy some DFU swag, head over to Bonfire. We got some cool shirts, hoodies. We also got a new long sleeve that has came in. Shout out to our boy Deep Ruffin already ordering on the DFU site. Going to throw up a little ad right here to let y'all see what kind of merch that you can supply over at Bonfire for DFU. Give me just 1 second. With that being said, there is a free giveaway here at Dirty Fanatics United. All you have to do is be subscribed and comment hashtag DFU in the comment section for the free white hoodie DFU giveaway. That will be a couple months from now, trying to get a good little list of people so I can give away more than just one thing. So be sure to hashtag DFU on any live that you see of Dirty Fanatics United for the next month or so, and you will be entered into the raffle. Philip, headed to the comment section real quick, man. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in tonight. Be sure to hit that like. If you haven't already, head over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Facebook user here, Caleb Maxwell said, unfortunately, I don't see Bucks losing to the Panthers, but we are definitely putting that smack down on them damn Saints. Philip, your thought?
Definitely on the SmackDown Saints, I'm confident whether we're having QB troubles or not, but I also have a little bit of faith in them nasty-ass Panthers. I have a little bit of faith in them. Y'all know how I hate them Panthers, but no, if y'all can help me out.
Smitty. Philip, superstar in the chat, our brother Smitty. What's going on, Smitty, man? If you haven't already, head over to YouTube and check out Smitty's Sports Machine. Smitty doing it big over there, already at like 1 million subscribers over there. Check out Smitty on YouTube, man. Be sure to subscribe. Smitty, bro, I'm going to be in the inbox real soon. We got a big end of the season collab coming up soon with a bunch of podcasters, Falcon content creators, and we want to be sure to get our boy Smitty on the podcast because always got great views about the Atlanta Falcons. Much love to you, brother. Definitely going to be hitting you up soon. Facebook user here, Caleb Maxwell said, I hope we end up getting Belichick and dropping Smith. Philip, rumors linked to Belichick in Atlanta. Your thoughts on Bill Belichick possibly landing in Atlanta? I've been seeing it trending on Twitter X. A lot of people chatting about it on Instagram, Facebook. Just your thoughts about Bill Belichick coming to Atlanta. Usually new hires seem to want to bring in their own candidates. That's a question there that you could say for Ryan Nielsen. Does Bill Belichick, if he comes to Atlanta, does he keep Ryan Nielsen? A lot to talk about when it comes to coaches, but Philip, just all in all, your opinion on Bill Belichick making a landing spot in Atlanta.
Do I see it happening? No, but it could. Could. I mean, even though there is some past to that, but we're gonna have to if that's gonna be the move that we make and it's gonna help us win, then take it. But if not, then we'll just have to see. But I don't see it happening, but hey, it could. Now, I mean, I guess I'm gonna ride with it, whether we have a past or not with old Big Bill.
Philip, I meant to put this on the drive so we could put it on the channel, but a not so very kind of liable source, and Cam Marino on Twitter, the one that Sarah Ryan's wife, actually called out a couple of years back about Matt Ryan leaving Atlanta. Cam Marino puts on Twitter X, he says, Adam Schefter confirms that the Falcons have recently been putting together a short list of potential head coach replacements. The Falcons have been surveying the coach landscape, mulling what options are out there should they decide to make a change, according to leaked sources. Philip, your thoughts on the Atlanta Falcons moving away from Smith? What makes that move justified? What is your thoughts of Arthur Smith being gone from Atlanta? And also, people in the comment section, these questions that I asked Philip, these questions are for y'all too as well. Let us know what you think. What justifies Arthur Smith leaving Atlanta? What justifies him staying in Atlanta for another year? Let us know in the comment section. And if you happen to see this after the live video, be sure to leave a comment on YouTube or Facebook. Me or Avitz will be sure to get back and comment with you. But Philip, just your thoughts on that question.
I'll start with one thing that's going to keep him in Atlanta is how he manages the game. The timeouts are always there. He uses them right. He can manage a game, but his only downfall is like certain. I want to say development or like just certain things to get ready for the game. Sometimes like it's his biggest issue. Like
his gameplay and watching scouting.
Not always there. You know what I'm saying? Like. That's his downfall in a lot of games, which these 9 games that we lost just wasn't prepared. And that's going to be the one ticket that's going to get him out, especially from the way we've seen Arthur Blank. It just seems like he's fed up at this point. You could potentially see him gone.
Philip, speaking about Arthur Blank, bro, we seen before the season started, Arthur Blank had a sit-down interview with NFL Network, and they talked about this year, Arthur Smith coming into his 3rd season. It was they said it was a 4-year plan, and this was the year that we were going to be the team that was going to compete for playoffs. We was going to be a team that was competitive, that was fighting for a Super Bowl. Philip, I don't believe that's the production we got this year. Yes, you did have production out of running backs. You do possibly have another rookie that's going to hit 1K if he rushes for 100-something yards in New Orleans. Drake London on the verge of hitting 1K as well. So, I mean, you do have some positives there, and you're doing all this, Philip, with bridge quarterbacks that are not set that is not going to be the quarterback next year. So if you look at that, maybe you get a better quarterback. Maybe you have some better plays. Maybe a lot of this play calling is coaches trust in these quarterbacks. I'm not sure, but it's not winning us games, and something's got to be done. As far as the short list of candidates, I'm not sure who's on that list, but I do say you don't just run out and grab the first person you interview. Please do your work on these candidates that you bring in Atlanta. And if you keep Arthur Smith, please bring in an offensive coordinator. Do not let this man run this offense. Bring in an offensive coordinator that he trusts, that Terry trusts, and bring in a quarterback coach that can develop a young quarterback if you make a veteran move to nurture your first-round draft pick to be your future in Atlanta, that franchise quarterback that we've been searching for 2 years now since Matt Ryan left Atlanta. We got some comments here. Maxwell, #DFU. That will be added to the list, brother. I got your name. Smitty Smith in the chat with the #DFU. Got you added to the list, brother. That I'm down, fam. Definitely gonna get the collab started. Believe that. Either this week or next week, I'll hit you up. EQRC said, "Hey, the Falcons are playing inside, so we got a better chance to win than in the rain and snow." Very true. It's been
that's a blessing.
Kind of bad weather for us on the road this year. Really, it's been pretty bad. Smitty said Arthur Smith losing to Minnesota should have been his swing song. Facts. That there with the quarterback situation, that was terrible. And then the Cardinals And then Phil, there's multiple games like you got blew out by the Bears that were a one less win team than you were. So things like that is what I consider a collapsed season. Philip, we've already talked about the Cordell Patterson situation, players, maybe losing the locker room. Has Arthur Smith lost the locker room? Your thoughts on that?
I'm not 100% going to say he has, but I'm going to throw out a player that just seems uninterested. Just started out looking like he was excited. Now it just looks like he's just uninterested, and that's Kyle Pitts. It's just certain facial expressions. He's not smiling no more on the field when I don't see much smiles from him. It's just seems like he's just uninterested on running certain routes. It just don't look like he's fully locked in like he once was.
Chat, let me know, has Arthur Smith lost the locker room?
Who knows? I'm not going to say that's it, but it could be something with his knee, or it could be uninterested with Arthur Smith. Who knows?
I'm on the chat. So it's time for a top draft pick quarterback, and Arthur Smith's got to go. I could agree 100%. I think it is time for Arthur Smith to part ways with Atlanta. I've been on that train for the past 4 games now. I definitely think it's time to get that top quarterback pick, what people call the hype pick. But you got to study this guy. You got to have your eye on the guy that you want. And then like EQRC said here, try Herbert. If Herbert is available, you could go that route. That is a veteran that you can make a franchise quarterback because he's still young. You still got 4 to 5, hell, 6, 7 years out of this guy in Herbert if he can fit in this scheme. Yeah, a lot more. Like Antoine Smith said in the chat, he said 2 losses to a 1-win team. Sad. Philip, speaking on some good for this season, I got a stat that we're going to pull up. Like I said, this show's not going to be about a 30-minute show tonight, but I got a couple stats I want to pull up. Touchdown drive percentage allowed. Our defense, as we know, Ryan Nielsen has came over here and really created a mentality defense that is aggressive, fast, side to sideline. You're not running the ball on us if we're healthy. And this is all without a Grady Jarrett. Can't wait to see what happens in year 2. But just to talk a little bit about some PFF grades, your Atlanta Falcons ranked number 2 in touchdown drive percentage allowed. The Baltimore Ravens at 12.0% and the Atlanta Falcons at 15.8%. Coming behind the Falcons is the Cleveland Browns at 16.2%. And then you have the 49ers at 16.4%. And then you have the New Orleans Saints at 16.4%. So, Philip, you're ranking number 2 and top 5 touchdown drive percentages allowed. There's some good in this roster. There's some players that need to be retained next year, and we're going to have a whole show about who's staying, who's going. But Philip, just your thought on how good of a defense we finally have. This is the 1 year you got a defense, and now your offense is just steady declining. Your thoughts on Ryan Nielsen, year 2, if he's offered a head coaching job, what do we do?
If he's offered a head coaching job, you pull the trigger, you get rid of the problem, and you make him your head coach. Simple as that. That's my final answer. It's just easy as that. You can't afford. You finally got the defense you wanted for 10 plus years, probably more than that, and you can't afford to just let him go. Just
facts. I'm just typing in these names here. So I got them for the giveaway. But, once again, if you're new here, you just tuned in, be sure to leave a comment. Leave a hashtag DFU and subscribe if you want to be part of the new giveaway for a new hoodie, the white hoodie. Pretty fresh, in my opinion, but others may like the black. But the white, to me, is the best-looking hoodie that's available in the merch store. LaMarcus Boyd said, "What's up, fellas?" LaMarcus Boyd, much love to you, sir. All appreciation to you. I know you're probably in New Orleans. Not sure if you're still recovering from surgery, but if you are in New Orleans, man, hit us up tomorrow. Maybe if the Falcons win, we'll go live with you after the game. Would love to get in on that. Philip got another person here, Obnal, hashtag DFU, entered into the chat for the giveaway. So that'll be another name added to the list. Like I said, this giveaway will be about 2 to 3 months from now. We're going to give probably 3 to 4 things away, and I want to be sure we had a lot of people so it's kind of fair and nobody gets 2 things. Show's been good, Philip. Just a little pop-up show. We didn't have a show Friday night, so I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight on Saturday night at 8 o'clock. We're going to try and go live tomorrow after the game. Busy schedule. If not, you will catch DFU live Friday night at 8. Be sure to stay tuned on YouTube. Philip's been dropping some edits on shorts. We're going to drop a highlight video eventually if we can get the copyright situation figured out. But shout out to everybody here on DFU, everybody new to DFU. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and be sure to share with a friend. I know y'all know a Falcon fan somewhere. Somebody that ain't subscribed, make them subscribe. Come on, bro. It's free. Philip, we about to get up on out of here, dog. Hit me with your shout outs. Real quick before we do our shout outs, what is your prediction for tomorrow's game and what is the key to success? Chat, let us know what's the keys to beating the Aints tomorrow.
You have a pretty banged up team, I'm going to be honest with you. Whether they've been hot or not, they're pretty banged up on the defensive side of the ball. So take on it is the recipe is you pound the ball. And I'm not saying Bijan Robinson up the middle every play. My God, I want to see a little bit of Tyler Algier, man. Patterson. He's still like that, bro. So I want to see a little mix of all three. Once we mix all three at every game, we've won. So let's get a little mixture between the three. Let's take this dub. I'm gonna give it it's gonna be a tough game. We already know we're gonna be at war. It's war part 2. So I'm going to give it a 24-20.
Okay, who wins?
You already know, baby.
Dirty Birds for me, they win 17-13. It's a really close game in New Orleans. Falcon fans walk away happy, waiting to hear if the Panthers beat the Bucks. Philip, not sure what time they play. Do they play at 1 as well?
Let's check it out.
While Philip's checking that, my keys to success tomorrow is, like Philip said, get the running game started. Whoever is at quarterback, be confident. Read your damn defense. 1 o'clock, so we're playing head-to-head. We'll be watching both games, I'm sure, here at DFU. But be sure to get the run game started. Be a dominant defense. Defense is going to win this game, Philip. Mark my words now. Anybody watching this show right now, defense wins the game tomorrow. Jesse Bates shows out big against a broke-down car. Takes another pick 6 to the house like he did in the bins. Philip, we got to do it, man. We got to do it. Now's the chance to do it. If you don't do it, you don't make the playoffs. But at least you can say you won to try to make that playoff push. Abno said, let's hope we can throw less than 4 interceptions. Very true. Facebook user, not sure who this is, at 27-17, Dirty Birds. Tyler, 2 touchdowns. Drake, 1 touchdown. Bijan, 1 touchdown. Dominant performance by the Atlanta Falcons.
Baker.
Okay, shout out to you, sir. Be sure to head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a like on YouTube if you're viewing things on the YouTube side of stuff. Philip, give me your shout outs for tonight, brother.
Shout out to my boy LaMarcus Boyd, sharing my videos all over Facebook and such. That's means a lot after I sit here and take up a lot of time, actually, of my own time just to make them. I got another one coming out possibly tonight, maybe tomorrow, early tomorrow morning. It's
okay.
So if I can, it's gonna be sometime soon. I'm hoping to have it done. But shout out to my boy LaMarcus Boyd. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. It means a lot. Shout out to them Dirty Birds. Let's go get this dub tomorrow. We gotta take this. I want to bring out my broom.
Big facts. And if you don't get the playoff win, man, at least you can say you finished second in the division. Philip, my shout outs, man. Shout out to you, sir, for the edits for the channel. People are definitely viewing and liking it. Appreciate all that you do for here at DFU. Shout out to everybody in the comment section, everybody that left a like tonight, all the new subscribers. Finally reached 250. Your boys at 250 on the way to 1K, man. Share the podcast with your Falcon friends and family. If you know other Falcon fans that have never heard of the show, be sure to do so and hit the inbox and let us know you sent them over. DFU will be sure to do something for you. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons, man. Shout out to everybody that traveled to New Orleans. I know y'all are actually at Razul's right now at the bar. So shout out to everybody that's at Razul's partying with the Rise Up tour. They took the train down to New Orleans, man. If we don't win the game, we damn sure won the takeover. So shout out to the Rise Up tour. Shout out to everybody that's repping these Falcons. Shout out to everybody that's supporting DFU. Shout out to Deaton Ruffin, the first official buyer of the new merch. Shout out to you, sir. He's been supporting Philip from the very start. Been supporting from the very start, all the way from California, going to Hawaii, wearing the shirts, going to the games, to the airports, just repping DFU, man. Shout out to you, sir. Definitely can't wait to meet you. Philip, it's been a hell of a show, man. Shout out to everybody. As always, it's your boy Chase and Philip, man. A-Town down. Rise up, man. Let's get this dub.